In terms of the basics and getting started in the game, I'm just going to move over to one of the construction site areas. Again, you can use F5 to toggle between different views, and I think to actually move, I think this view is the easiest. If I want to walk forward, I'm just pressing down W or holding it in to walk faster. And to get a better view, if you double press on the space bar and hold it down, it will take you into an aerial view. So I'm just going to press W to walk into one of the construction site areas, and I can double press on the space bar again just to get back to ground level. So this video is really just to demonstrate some of the basic features and the construction of a wall, say, for instance. So I'm going into E to the inventory, and I'm going into the BeIMCraft blocks. For this demonstration, I'm just going to select the red brick solid and drag it down, and I'm going to go and search for the concrete construct and select it also. And then I'm going to go into the BeIMCraft items, and I'm going to select the stability checker. So these are the three materials and tools that I'm going to have a look at. So to select the brick, you will see down at the bottom of the screen those three items are now in the game ready to use. So I'm going to press number 1 to select the red brick solid construct. So I'm hovering around just to find where my starting point is. I can right mouse click to place a block, and then again just place a block on top of that. And then using the fly command, I can start to place blocks. But what you will see is whenever I place a block, a third block, you will see it starting to automatically disappear or crack. And the reason for that is that we haven't got any foundations in place. So if I go to the stability checker and right mouse click on the bottom block, you will see that stability in here is 2. The second block, the stability is 1, and what that tells me is if I put another block on top of that, it is going to collapse as it has done there. So the reason for this is to educate the players, the pupils, about the need for foundations. So in reality, you can't just start to build a building or a structure on top of grass because it's unstable. You need to excavate down, you need to put in foundations to give it a solid base to be built from. So if we just maybe get rid of these blocks to start with, and I just do that by pressing the left mouse key, I'm going to put a foundation in. So I'm going to hover where I want my starting point to be, left mouse click, and that excavates out one block. And if I select the concrete construct, I'm just pressing number 2 because it's the second command tab area there. Right mouse click to press to place the concrete, and now I should have a more stable structure. So I'm going to use my stability checker, and I'm going to start off. So you can see at the minute now the stability of the bottom block is 6, the next one up is 5, and as I start to build, it goes from 5, 4, 3, 2, and I know I can place one more block before I need to have a think about the actual structural stability. We've also built in gravity features, so if I were to go down to the ground level and I were to remove the bottom block, what you should see is that the other blocks on top of that automatically collapse because there's nothing supporting it, nothing holding them up. Another feature, if you have larger buildings or taller buildings, once you get to 6 blocks high, so I just need to double check, stability is 1, okay, so I can't build any higher or the wall will collapse. So I need to do something, I need to stabilize that wall, and to do that we have created a steel construct, steel support. So if I bring that into the working area and I place that in place, I should now be able to build a higher structure. So what that does is set the stability back to 6 on top of the steel support, and again I can build as high as I want. So that allows you to build high-rise structures if that's what the pupils or players want to build. So those are some of the basic stability features in terms of constructing walls.